Charlotte goes to Josh Adams.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another presentation of the Mystic Racing League and their Wednesday series, the Black Diamond Designs Truck Series, this time from Atlanta Superspeedway, now known as Echo Park Speedway, here in Hampton, Georgia. I'm your host and producer tonight, Morgan Cook, and you are watching VSPEED. If you haven't already, now is a fantastic time for you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment as well so you don't miss a moment of this great racing action. Of course, camera presented by Dougie Beard. Appreciate allowing us access to use these cameras here this evening. Also have to add, if you haven't already, check out vspeedsim.com and the shop. Get some merch. But new stuff coming soon, always. Maybe, if you ask hard enough, you get some Mystic Racing League merch in the shop as well. All right, let's talk about this racetrack. Used to be known as one of the good old boy racetracks, if you will, that really worn out surface they had here just a few years ago. Ended up repaving it, reconfiguring it entirely, narrowed it up quite a bit, made it faster. It is now the third of the super speedways on the schedule. Of course, just underwent a rebrand not too long ago. For this 1.5 mile racetrack, high banked in the corners, very grippy. A lot of grip here, but that right front tire will wear out as you run in the pack. We'll watch later in these runs, these cars will slide all the way up the racetrack in the center, just trying to keep it all with the most speed that they can. It's also a playoff elimination race here this evening, and we're gonna have a special treat at the end of the race. The two drivers eliminated from the playoffs will get an interview after our top three. So don't go anywhere. We're going to have 5 interviews tonight here instead of the regular 3 in here in just a handful of seconds. We're going to get to our grid here and see who's the first one to take a step towards the next round of the playoffs. Starting on the pole. How about the 45 of Derek Jewett? Beside him, Zach White in the 77. Third, that'll be Andy Berry in the 25 machine. Jacob Cochran will start in pole. Fifth will be Joshua Thornton here in the 29. Adam Holston will start sixth in the 8 machine. Seventh will be Gavin Hinson in the 39, the last Super Speedway winner, if I'm not mistaken. Christian Barnes will start here in 8. Rounding your top 10, Caleb Hunt in the 78, Andrew Allen in the 10. 11th and 12th, Douglas Wasaki matching the car number. Brad Nelson in the 33 starts in 12th. 13th, we Harold Tucker the 3rd. Alex Pollock in 14th to start this one out. 15th, John Ullman in the 34. Aaron Espy, 16th, again matching the car number. 17th, we Michael Wade in the 3. Reggie Kime will double up his number and start 18th. Your top 20, Joshua Gillen in the 10. Stephen Gill in the 03. Justin Miller in the 95 starts 21st here this evening. Casey Bristow will start 22nd. 23rd, Justin Hendry in the 85. Christopher Benning starts 24th. Not to take a time here tonight. And last driver on the grid will be Mr. Mystic himself, Brandon Willard in the 80. That's a look at your starting grid here from Echo Park. Now high above this beautiful racing facility, trucks currently on the grid. There they are. Good look at the side of the 45. Goodness gracious. That's better. That's placement. My goodness. All right, let's have a look at the race analysis while we have a moment. 130 laps is the scheduled distance here this evening. Pit road speed is going to be 45 miles an hour. This is the most difficult pit road in terms of it's so different from everything else. You enter into turn number 3, have to keep it on the apron the entire way around at speed. Very easy speed on this pit road. 5 tire sets. One on the truck, 4 in the box. I did say it right this week. So you're going to want to use those accordingly. Stages of lap number 30 and 60. That's going to be important as well. Fuel, though, 33 to 37 laps on a tank, so the first 2 stages should not have an issue with the fuel mileage. And that is a look at what we got going on here tonight. Pace lights still on the pace truck, so we should go another lap here, I would imagine. You're going to notice trucks with the yellow banner, of course. Derek Jewett, one of those, your pole sitter. Those are the drivers who are in the playoffs. Those with the red banner, you see the 77 and the 25. Those are not playoff eligible drivers. You see a lot of yellow banners up at the front. I see there's 9 of them in the frame right now. So that is good news for them, able to try and capitalize on some of these stage points and really benefit what they got going on here. Alex Pollock saying more nice things. This time he's racing while listening to me, so that's good to see. Curious to see what he's got here for us tonight in that 92. There he is. Joey Logano-esque paint scheme. Back up front, pace lights are out on the pace truck. Should be going green here this time by. Long pace laps this racetrack, but these laps go by very quickly. Right around that 30-second number, 31, 32 seconds, somewhere in that area. 3 stages tonight. A lot of opportunities to earn points if you're one of these playoff drivers. Opportunity to lose points as well. If you don't get those playoff points, those stage points, and your competitors do, it's going to be very curious to see who is able to do what here tonight. Pace truck. Be making that hard left-hand turn here in mere moments. There he goes. Off of turn 4. Coming to the green flag. And we're racing in Echo Park. looks like lap number 1 will be led by Derek Jewett. Pole sitter. He'll lead that first one in the 45. Behind him. Oh, one in the wall already. It's Zach White. 77 up in the fence. Able to keep it up on the high side of the racetrack here. But that is a blow to his efforts already. Should be able to maybe fall back in line here, but that truck is pretty heavily damaged. A little further up at the front. Drivers getting pushed and shoved out of line here. That's the 84 of Cochran way up to the high side. Got Holston right behind him. Trying to make that outside line work here. Hinson going to go up there and block it, get a push. Andy Berry's on board. Not the most efficient pushes right now, but you got to remember we are on lap number 3 of 130. A long, long way to go here tonight as Hinson is trying to straddle both lanes. At the moment, he will lead on the top side. Got the yellow banner. Andy Berry currently a red truck in a sea of yellow. In front, behind him, and all over the side of him for the 95, or for the 25 here. We have 2 packs forming here, just a little further back here. We've got a Gaggle, the 11, the 95, and the 10. Taking it easy. Back here waiting, knowing that anything can happen here at Atlanta. And this is the view you would see back here from the 18th position, Douglas Sasaki. 2x2 all the way, not much place for you to go anywhere. A few drivers who are no longer in the draft. Alex Pollock got a little bit of damage, it looks like, right on the rear bumper there. You can see that spoiler is pushed in. That is not going to help the aero of that car. Zach White, of course, with the damage, has fallen back a little bit, but there's a trio in front of them. Bristow, Thornton, and Gill all having some varying degrees of damage on their trucks. As they are about half a lap behind your leaders. Oh, we're wrecking in front of him. The 3 of Michael Wade's in the fence. Somehow keeps it from being a caution. We caught that, came back at just the right time. See the 3 get out of shape. He caught the wall a ton. That will not help the handle. You can see it already pancaked on the right side. But up front, Hinson now on the bottom. Jewett up to the top. They swap the lanes. Cochran and Holston still the pushers. Oh, it's time. He just about took out the top 5. Oh, man, that was close. Holy. The spoiler on that 9 truck is small as the number on the door. Really free up off the corner. At this point in time, everyone just really biding their time. We're a third of the way through the stage. No reason to do anything outrageous at this point. You can tell these trucks are free. He is on the edge of control right now. That'll make for a very exciting race here all the way throughout as our double file is starting to dwindle. We got 6 on the outside here. Everyone trying to wrap that bottom. Ullman out of shape just a little bit. Slide up the racetrack. Another playoff driver. Pretty orderly so far. I'm sure that's what all these playoff drivers want to see, is make sure that you bring the truck at least to the stage. You're not going to be able to move on in the playoffs, save for having a win, of course, if you can't make it to the end of the first stage in the cutoff race. That's just not a good strategy. So far, so good, though. Most of your field. Your main pack, you can see them all on the screen. Then Bristow, Thornton, Gill, Pollock, Wade, and Zach White. Still on the lead lap, although Zach White is not too far in front of the field. He's going to try and stay to the high side here. This is the hardest super speedway as the lead pack to pass on. We're going to see what it looks like right here. He's a little off the wall, but single file down the backstretch will, or single straight line down the backstretch will make it easier. He's going to catch the wall again. Not a great start here for the 77. Good news, though. In about 15 more laps, he will more than likely be the lucky dog. Get that lap back here by virtue of being the only driver on the field, or on the track here. One lap down. Brendan Willard did not elect to start the race, so he will finish 24th here tonight, although I don't really think he was racing anyway, as that is race control pretty much every week. So far, so good. A lot of space between trucks, everyone just really trying to make sure they can get to the end of the stage. Because we've seen crashes here gobble up 8, 10, 12 cars in one swoop, and there's only 24, 23 really that started this event, so definitely don't want to have a large number of trucks taking out any accident. A little bit squirrely in the back here. Few drivers bobbing and weaving. I saw Caleb Hunt take an aggressive shallow entry into the corner. That did not help his efforts at all. Let's listen in for a lap here. See what it's like to run. We're fourth car on the inside. What's it like trying to pedal it, keep off the guy in front of you? Yeah, that's about the long and the short of it right there. That's just how this racetrack is. Nothing really out of the ordinary there. Just trying to keep off Andy Berry in front of him. Just lift ever so slightly. One thing I did see about that 78 that I haven't seen from anyone else is he's taking a really aggressive shallow entry. He's almost entering on the red line. You can see it right there. That will burn out the tires over time. They had to put more wheel in it to keep it down there. This is the point where I really like running the outside, where the 45 is, because it allows you to kind of arc the corner more. You can't run as low in the center. Of course, you're going to lose time right here. But you're going to run off the corner, as you see down the backstretch. Look at the 45 able to pull on the 39, but you can take a much wider entry into the corner. It allows you to keep a little bit of goodie in those tires later in the runs. Hinson slides up off the bottom. Now he's fighting tight right now, but Cochran more than happy to push, as well as Andy Berry more than happy to push Cochran. Those drivers all working together here. Try and control the bottom of the racetrack. And Hinson slides up one more time here. Concerning for the 39. He's already up 6 positions, started in 7th. Very quickly worked his way up to the lead and has led a good number of laps since we've gone green here. everyone is still just... Ooh, Gawkin got loose there, hit the bottom, hit that apron. One driver running the much higher line. That was Brad Nelson trying to get a little bit of air on the nose there. This is really the only super speedway where handling comes into play as much as it does. Oh, Ullman and Andrew Allen just about went for a ride. Goodness. 34 almost got hooked off the nose of the 96. Able to avoid that calamity. That would have taken out them two for sure. Potentially cars behind them as well, but so far, so good. Two drivers in the middle of the pack having some issues keeping their cars in their respective lanes. What I like about this new configuration of this racetrack is the handling makes it so that there isn't really one dominant line. The pushers have an opportunity to... Oh, big crash behind him. Oh, my goodness. John Ullman's in it. 85 as well with Saki's involved. Oh, that was a massive collision. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Now we're going to see this from a bird's eye view. I think it's the same thing that happened the last lap. The 96 trying to push. The 34 having none of it. Oh, Ullman just went up in front of Hendry. I don't really know why he would have done that. Gillen and Wasaki collected as well, but maybe just a loose condition here for the 34. Let's go back one more time. Watch the steering wheel. My goodness. Big hit there. Yeah, he wasn't loose. It just, I'm not really sure if he didn't realize exactly where the 85 was, but regardless, massive hit here for the 34. That's the first of the playoff drivers to really have a big issue here tonight. He's going to go multiple laps down with the tow. He is now the last driver in the field. Yeah, monster hit. Zach White will get back on the lead lap here with the free pass. So that's good news for him. He's the big winner out of this caution. Some other drivers who caught a break. Stephen Gill, Alex Pollock, Casey Bristow. Drivers who were purposefully behind the field or had some level of damage. Regardless, they were able to get that fixed. It caught back up. And we are just about at the end of the stage. Lap leader so far, Jewett has led 11. Hinson has led 14 of them. I don't believe anyone is going to pit here. I don't know if flipping the stage is really going to get you anywhere, considering we're tight on fuel. The strategy, if you need track mission for stage 2, but you're going to pay the price on the long haul. Appreciate the calm or the words in chat here. Aaron Baum, appreciate that. Thank you. Kind words is what I was trying to say, but I was reading your name. Got crossed up there. My goodness. Cheering for the 45, who we see on our screen, Derek Jewett. Who, by the time this caution's over, will have tied Gavin Hinson for most laps led in the race so far. But while we are waiting, I mentioned these pace laps a little bit long. I think we're going to the choose here. Choose will be, if it is this time, I don't think Jewett chose properly. There is your choose. That was the choose. Interesting. I'm not sure if the 45 clipped that line or not. Didn't get a great angle of it for the leader, but everyone else was pretty clear that they were able to choose as expected. Looks like most drivers electing to take the bottom of the racetrack. So Reggie Kime up on the high side here. He's going for that stage win. So is Brad Nelson. Harold Tucker the third in the 79 as well. He's the first playoff driver on the high side. You guys here just try to bide their time. A couple drivers pit. Jacob Cochran had to repair some damage, it looks like. A long pit stop. He is going to end up flipping the stage here. We'll see what it looks like in a few laps. Maybe some damage to get repaired. Not exactly sure. Zach White with a black flag. That is definitely going to hurt his efforts. Did get the lucky dog, but sped on pit road. Pace truck should be in this time. There it goes. Green flag in Barney's hand. We're restarting. Big moment there for the 45. Did not want to get going. And the bottom lane is gone. It's 4 truck lengths now, the advantage. The 9 and the 33 just don't have the speed they need. The 8's going to pull out of line. Going to be buried behind him. Trying to get around the 45. Gavin Hinson not going to make it easy on them, although he's not efficiently pushing, not up on the back bumper, and I think that's the 77. It is. Might go another lap down here. He's going to go way to the high side, but this is going to impede the traffic. Once again, down the backstretch is where they catch him. I think they might clear him by the time they get into 3. It looks like they will. That is the good news for the 77. He will maybe not keep this. It looks like he won't. Wasaki right now is the lucky dog. As we come to lap number 30, 1 to go in the stage. Jewett with a heck of a push. Hunt's all the way down on the apron. So is the 79. Oh, they're wrecking behind him. SP's going for a slide. Somehow saves it. Loses all the track position. Back up at the front. Holston with the run off the top. But here comes Jewett. Not quite clear. And at the start-finish line, it's going to be Jewett for stage number 1. My goodness, what a great end of the stage. What a great end to that stage. Well, your stage is complete. There's your top 10 on the left side of your screen. Jewett, Holston, Hinson, Hunt, Barry, Tucker, Kime, Miller, Nelson, and Thornton. Congratulations to those drivers. There's your stage winner. That got him by inches. Quick recap of the race to this point. Of course, going to have 2 cautions, rate lead changes, and the stage win. For Derek Jewett. Everyone hitting pit road now. See all of your favorite drivers. Oh yeah, I know about the herniated disc, Aaron. Well aware, but when he's done his pit stop, we will chat with your stage 1 winner. Yeah, great finish to that stage. Started on the pole, led the most laps in that stage. Ends up getting all the stage points. He will not be the first off of pit road, however. Caleb Hunt. Definitely a 2-tire call. will lead the field back to green here of the drivers who and of course, a couple stayed out, Cochran and Gillen stayed on the racetrack. Let's chat with the man of the hour, Derek Jewett. Derek, it's Morgan up in the VSPEED booth. You got a copy?
Yes, Morgan. Oh my gosh, I didn't think we were going to have a conversation tonight.
Well, we talked about 30 minutes ago, 35 minutes ago. I asked you, what are you going to do tonight? What's it going to take? And you said, well, I'm going to try and win the pole. Check. You said you're going to ride in the back. Well, you're wrong about that because you've led the most laps in this race so far, including winning stage number 1. Why the change in heart, and can you keep it up?
Talking to my team, they recommended me just staying up front as much as I can. We won the pole earlier this year. We won stage 1 earlier this year at Atlanta. So, you know, we just thought maybe if we want to try to get into the next round, just do what we got to do and stay up front.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely showed speed. You were on both lanes, around the bottom for a while, around the top for a while. Was there a reason why you chose to move to the top later in that long run? Was it maybe a tire-saving effort, or was that just where you ended up getting shuffled to?
Well, Gavin and the 84, they're teammates, and I'm not really, you know, great friends with anybody here. So I don't have anybody. So it's just, you know, whatever could get me the most points. I saw Adam was up there. He's my favorite driver. So, you know, he pushed me, and, you know, that caution came out. I didn't even think I got the stage win. It was a 3-wide finish there. So, but glad we got it in the Nothing More Spirits mobile.
Awesome. Well done on that stage 1 win. Good luck the rest of the way. Maybe we'll talk to you again here later in the show.
Absolutely. Thank you, Morgan.
You bet. Before we let you go, you have anything you want to say to the people watching on VSPEED here?
Hey, just keep rooting that 45. You know, I'm going to start being the Kyle Busch. I'm not really well liked anywhere, so I'm going to embrace the villain. If you don't like me, you don't like me. If you love me, love me. I'm going to try to win this championship.
All right. Good luck the rest of the way. That is Derek Jewett. Now time for the choose. Drivers fanning out, making it nice and obvious here for race control Brandon Willard. Except for that truck. Everyone else does a nice job of picking one or the other. Well, these drivers, I don't believe, get to choose anyway due to being a lap down. But all right. 35 laps. 34 laps in the books, working lap 35. Stage 1 has been completed. We saw Caleb Hunt win the race off pit road. Jacob Cochran, the only driver to stay out. Of course, he pit just before the caution, effectively flipping the stage. The question for the 84 is, can he make it to the end on fuel? I think the answer is yes, or else he wouldn't have done this. Could also be banking on a caution, which is likely at this facility. I think he just needs to make sure that he gets all the stage points he can get. Playoff points, all that stuff, very helpful at this stage of the game. Well, we have a moment if you like what you see, or even if you don't like what you see. Take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification icon so you don't miss a moment of this great racing action you can only find here on Wednesday nights here on VSPEED for the Mystic Racing League's Black Diamond Design Truck Series. Get right back to the action here in mere moments. Pace truck is in. Field doubled up in the hands of Cochran and Hunt. And green flag is out. One driver well off the pace. I think that's Stephen Gill. It is. Way out of the way as the bottom side forms up, and Adam Holston is all on an island. There's nobody helping the 8 right now. Here comes Christian Barnes. They're 3 wide behind him. Now Gavin Hinson going to slide up to the outside lane and try and lead the charge back up to the point. Cochran's going to lead that lap, and Hunt with an aggressive move down the front stretch. Tries to just turn left on the 84, does not work. I should mention, I forgot to mention this earlier, 2 birthdays here tonight. One for Brandon Willard, one for Gino Volanti. Let that one sink in for a minute. In all seriousness, it is Race Control's birthday tonight. These drivers putting on a heck of a race. It's been a real treat. Really good gift for him, of course, being the one who manages this league, but these guys are putting on a fantastic show. They've been side by side the entire race. I think there's only been the pace laps where we haven't been side by side for the lead. Now it's Hinson and Holston. 8 trying to get the momentum on the top side. We've seen the 39 get a little bit tight off the bottom of the racetrack. Will that continue to be a factor? Because that will definitely harm the efforts of Gavin Hinson and the entire inside line for that matter. Everyone launches off of turn number 2. Whole field pretty much in this pack. Oh, Jewett trying to make an aggressive move. I don't know if it's going to work. Right on board for stage 1 winner. I'm not really sure about the line the 78's running. You see he gets... Oh, this is not good. There he goes. There he goes. Around goes the 78 in front of the field. 79's in it. 34's in it. Remember, 34 used the fast repair already. There's Ullman. Minimal damage on that truck, but it all started with the 78 of Caleb Hunt. Let's go back and have a look at it. So you're going to see here, in fact, we should go back a little farther. Go back one more time. Because it really starts on the entrance of turn 1 before they even get down there. So you're going to watch that black and yellow truck. You see, he does it right there as well. Hits the apron on the entry, washes up because that's not the preferred line. Not a lot of grip when you unsettle the truck like that. Big gap behind him as well, or in front of him, sorry. Same thing, kind of misses the entry here. Looks like he's going to have enough space, and then, of course, 45 gets a shot in the back for the 79. Andy Barry's in it, 29. The 3, the 34. 7 might get a piece of it. He does not, but not a ton that either the 78 or the 45 could have done. I mean, 45 got a big old shot in the middle of that to get into him, but that's going to be a tough one for Race Control to sort out. Could be a racing incident, but regardless, some playoff drivers with some damage, that is not going to help their case at all. Gavin Hinson continues to lead here. So we are going to take a quick, juicy spider side by side. You're not going to miss a moment here of the action as we pace under caution. Be back here in just about a minute's time.
To Josh Adams.
Back here on VSPEED at the start of the choose. There might be a penalty there for one of those trucks. I don't know who that was. Someone definitely did not get in their proper lane, but that's for Race Control to decide. Regardless, 43 laps into this one, 130 up on the board. Hinson and Cochran lead the way. Stage 1 winner was Derek Jewett in the 45. Finds himself near the back of the field after being caught up in an accident with Caleb Hunt. There's a 78. Two drivers trying to go for that same space, just did not quite stick. But not much either driver could have done about it to avoid it. Final race of this round in the playoffs. All the yellow banner trucks have an opportunity to make it to the next round. The ones in red are just racing for funsies, including the 16 and the 33, as well as the 92 right behind him. Two drivers from that group will not make it. From the group of yellows will not make it. They will interview with me at the end of the show. Back racing here. Gavin Hinson and Jacob Cochran with a great launch. 84 is going to slide in behind. Easily be able to clear the 8th. I think those three, in fact, SB as well, if he can get down there, those four would all be working together. Unfortunately, 8's going to get stuck in the middle of the racetrack. Causes the 92 to get way out of line. That's going to be a big, unfortunate moment here for the 92 as he's still below the apron. The good news is that is a very banked apron. Lose all the track position, but not end up crashing the truck, and that's the important thing here so far in this race. Once again leading is Gavin Hinson. SB getting a push from the Polar Bears. That, of course, Christian Barnes. It should say Christian that time, not Harrison. He doesn't like that. 3 wide up at the front, just about. 27 thought about. He's still thinking about it as Andrew Allen pushes on. So it looks like from third in line, you have no idea what the leader in your lane is doing. Can't see anything when you're pushing like this. A lot of momentum off that high side. You just have to hope that the guy in front of you knows what's going on and can point it out soon enough. Although drivers are encouraged to stay off the radios to not impede their fellow competitors. But up front, it is a dead heat between the 16 and the 39. A lot of yellow banners up there. And they're all trying to chase down SB. Like pretty much every playoff driver in the field finds themselves up in this top 10. A few obvious exceptions. John Ullman, 3 laps down with damage. Caleb Hunt a little further back as well due to the recent spin. But everyone else up here fighting up in your top dozen. About 10 laps to go here in stage number 2. It's looking like a new stage winner. Derek Jewett back in the 12th position. Difficult for him to make it to the front, although I've definitely seen it happen before at super speedways, where a driver outside the top 10 ends up winning a stage or the race based on a little bit of some shenanigans, shouldn't we say. The hardest part of running in the back of the field is we're going to find out as we ride on board here. Down on the nose of the 45 is, where do you go? We're up now in the cockpit, but this was a stage winner. What do you do in this situation? Do you try and drive it up the middle? Do you make it stick to the bottom like that? It looks like that's the move right now. Do you go around the outside and try and make a move out there? It's so difficult to work your way through this traffic. And of course, when it goes wrong, that's what happened in our last caution. 2 drivers fighting for the same piece of real estate. One goes off the front bumper. One gets charged with the caution. It's so difficult, these racetracks. As the 33 just goes for a ride. Oh man, Brad Nelson with a moment and a half. How did he save that thing? You can see, even a 4-tire slide, able to hang on. As we're 2x2, plus a car on the outside for the first 5 rows. 27 still pushing SB. You can see it's that 5th or 6th car back on the outside that really has to make a decision. As they offset as the front 2, just enough to avoid having an incident. But it really shakes everyone in the back up because they don't know where to go. They don't know if there is an incident. As here goes 96 to the outside. He will luckily get kept in line. Thornton definitely could have filled that hole, chose not to. I'm sure. I'm going to assume there's some sort of affiliation considering the logo on the hood of those trucks is identical, so probably some sort of alliance or teamwork happening with the 96 and the 29. Probably why he got a brake cut at that moment. As SB leads another. Now 6 to go to end out the stage. Really, this race has been dominated to this point by the 39. I know Jewett won the stage, but Hinson able to stay up at the front even through the pit cycle. Really getting some good stage points as they are moving and shaking behind them. I think I'm a little bit worried right here for Aaron Espy. Watching these polar bears do a little polar bear dance is not what you want to see out the rear view. The big push right there. And here he goes. Espy to the bottom. Now Christian Barnes has the outside all to himself. And look at the run. 96 pushing hard. That's Andrew Allen. Joshua Thornton keeping as close as he can without touching the 96. That'll wreck all 3 of them, more than likely. Under 4 to go. 27 goes out of the bottom to control that lane. Three laps to go in stage number 2. Allen just about got turned off the front bumper of Thornton. That was very close to the entire field being backed up into the outside retaining wall in turn number 1. Way high on the racetrack goes the 96. They're all bobbing and weaving off the corner. Everyone is struggling with the grip right now. What happened to the bottom lane? 2 laps ago, it looked like Hinson was going to win the stage easily. He's now back to the 6th position and really does not have a chance. He'd go up right now if he wanted to, but there's not much speed on the bottom lane at the moment. 96 again out of line. 27 surges ahead. Christian Barnes back to the point. Contact for second. Way out of line. Now they're going to be 3 wide. Still 3 wide. It's Espy who's going to clear him. Got a big shot in the back from the 96. Did not appreciate that. And there goes Hinson. Now has an opportunity to go back up to the front. Off of turn 4. For the final time in stage number 2. Another drag race. Hinson, Barnes, it's going to be Hinson. Oh my goodness, another photo finish, and there's a crash at the start-finish line. Did everyone make it through that? My goodness, they did. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Terrific finish. Once again, stage complete. There are your stage top 10. Hinson, Espy, Barnes, Jewett, Thornton, Tucker, Allen, Kime, Pollock, and Cochran. Wow. There's your stage winner, Gavin Hinson. And of course, stage 2 recap, 4 cautions, 20 lead changes at the start-finish line. As we approach halfway, Jewett won stage 1. Hinson will win stage number 2. Drivers will be pitting in this time, I would imagine. Should see they'll appear on screen here in just a moment. There's the pace truck, and there is Gavin Hinson. Tucker the third choosing not to pit here. Interesting strategy. Everyone else, so the lead lap trucks making their way down the pit lane. Joshua Gillen also stays out, I should say. They have about 10 laps. They have 10 laps left in the tank, from my understanding. 10 to 15 laps left. So curious to see what the 79, 9, and 10 have in store for us. Although Reggie Kime cannot make it very much farther than this. So I'm curious to know if he was trying to stay out for a point and got thwarted, or what happened. But once we get off pit road here, we're going to talk with Gavin Hinson, your stage 2 winner. Gavin Hinson, it's Morgan up in the VSPEED booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, stage 2 winner was another photo finish for the stage. I mean, how much fun are you guys having out there?
Oh, I don't really like this track, but I'm having a lot of fun here tonight. That's for sure. It's been good. Everybody's been relatively respectful, so it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, you have led 27 laps tonight, the most out of any driver, almost half the race to this point, and you're really the only mainstay up at the front. Is there anything that you've learned so far in this race you can apply to the end?
Yeah, just keep track position, stay at the front, and try not to get wrecked. That's the only thing I know to do. Just turn left really good, and we should be here at the end.
Love to hear that. And Gavin, while we got you up here, anything you want to say to the folks watching at VSPEED?
I hope you guys are having a good time. And, hopefully, it'll be me crossing the start-finish line first tonight, hopefully. And, yeah, that's about all I got.
Awesome. Would just be another bucket of water in the ocean. Isn't that right, Gavin?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, well, congratulations on that stage 2 win. Getting those stage points going to help you in the playoffs here, and good luck the rest of the way, bud.
Thank you, sir.
That is your stage 2 winner, Gavin Hinson. Now, it's time for the final stanza. Act number 3. 65 or so laps to determine who is going to win this race. If it's like we've seen so far, we could go green flag pit stops, which would be just a treat for us to see these drivers have to navigate this difficult pit road entry, keep it down on the apron, and end up on the pit lane without speeding. It's so difficult to do here. You can carry about, I think it's 90 miles an hour, all the way around the apron, but once you get to that yellow cone you see on the right side of your screen, it is down to 45 miles an hour immediately, and it's so easy to speed. So easy. Or lock up the tires, or all sorts of unfortunate things. Drivers here at the choose. Everyone making it nice and obvious. Love to see that. And to all 15, now 16 of you watching along in the chat, appreciate every single one of you. And let me know who you think is going to bring home the win here this evening. Got any messages for me up here? Let me know. Now's the time. Now is the time. It's about to get wild. I can feel it. Halfway in the race, 2 cautions for cause, 2 for the stages. A pile of fantastic racing, side by side for the vast majority of it. Handling has been a factor. We've seen drivers get tight on the bottom, loose on the top. I am very, very interested to see which lane prevails, which driver prevails. Yeah, this is going to be a good one. And once more, Gavin Hinson will lead the field to green. Pace truck. Going to make an illegal pit road entry here. There it is. You saw it here live, folks. SB on the top. Hinson on the bottom. The green flag is back out here in Echo Park Speedway. Big jump for the 39. That might not prove advantageous. 45 and the 16 with a big head of steam. Here comes the 16. No help behind the 39. SB and Cochran, where have we seen that duo before? They're going to try and take control of this race. Is off of turn 4. SB will lead again. But Cochran says, no, no, no. I'm going to take an opportunity to go lead some laps here. Hasn't done that much today. Got Christian Barnes pushing him up on the fence. Gives a field like a land rush. That doesn't get your heart going. I don't know what does. Seeing 22 trucks roar past at 180 miles an hour, there's really not much better than that. A little housekeeping, 1 driver out of the race, Stephen Gill. John Ullman still 2 down. Zach White is 1 lap behind the leader. The top 20 on the lead lap all the way back to that black and blue car. Harold Tucker III. Back up front, Jewett has made his return. Second on the bottom of the racetrack. Another driver has made a fantastic recovery. How about Alex Pollock? We saw that Joey Logano inspired 92. There he is. We saw him well behind the pack to start this race, whether that was by design or with damage. He did have some pretty massive rear end damage. He's back up here in the top 10, right beside the 33 of Brad Nelson. Currently 7th and 8th, respectively. One driver with connected engine, I think that is Justin Miller in the 95, that root beer machine. Toyota. As we're getting racy up front. Again, let's ride on board this time with Christian Barnes, see what he sees. Leaving a pretty big gap here on the high side, just trying to be safe. Pollock will fill that hole. The wall contact there for Cochran potentially is Gavin Hinson is now 3 wide in a world of hurt. That is not what you want to see if you're the 39. And where does the 84 go? He's got nowhere. They're all teammates in front of him, so he doesn't want to split either of them. Able to get back in line this time with Hinson leading the outside. As Derek Jewett is back to the point on the bottom. Your 2-stage winners are leading the lanes here at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. So far, so good. Haven't seen anything really too crazy today. It's been a pretty calm race to this point. Of course, I probably just threw a big old jinx on it, but I mean that's part of the role here as a commentator, is to do the commentator curse. But I mean, really, it's been a fantastic show all night tonight. A couple cautions for cause. Some really fantastic pushing. Car's out of shape. If we go back, so we're not going to leave this one alone at all here. I was going to go back to 20th place and have a look at how Douglas Wasaki's doing, recovering from that damage. But we have the top 6 under a blanket, top 8 even. As they're starting to pull away a little bit from Andy Berry. Berry back here in the 10th spot. He's caught up now. It's really now Thornton, who could be in a world of hurt if he's not able to catch up. There, he's able to catch up through the corner. Could be fuel saving. That is definitely possible. We got some money being placed on the 45 to get the win tonight. Definitely possible. Show speed up in stage 1. Currently leading the race. Just hits it right on the outside. Oh, it's 27's up in the wall. Moment all on his own. Barnes out of line. Barnes falls back to 15th position. Is up front. Still not decided. This is off the back bumper of Derek Jewett. Good looking. The front geometry of 96. There you go. My goodness. That's a little better. Hinson still hanging up on the outside. Side drafting just enough to stay there. Little door bang on the backstretch. Making sure he knows he's there. Oh, big moment for the 96 into the corner. That was, oh, that's scary times when something like that happens. Oh, more contact here for second. You gotta get right on the door in the center of the corner to make the most speed, but 96 up the racetrack, gonna get into Hinson. They're not playing nice here in row number 2. It's exactly what the 45 wants to see. The rest of the field is nervous. You see 2 drivers up at the front, banging off each other's doors for 3 straight corners. Jack Atala says 96 looks good. Andrew Allen, a lot of speed in that truck tonight. Been up near the front all day. '96 has also been the one I've seen sideways the most tonight, really driving the wheels off of that truck. No fault of his own. Just pushing for everything it's got right now. Closing in on 51 laps remaining. 1 pit stop is required. It's going to come here in the next 15 to 20 laps. Hinson now leads on the bottom. SB up on the top side. They were able to clear the 45. As Adam Holston makes his return to the front as well in the 8th. Remember, he finished second in stage number 1 by inches. Haven't talked much about the 8th all night tonight. As this field roars out of turn number 2 and down the back. Have a look back a little further in the field here. The drivers we haven't really talked about much. And oh, sideways mode for the 33s around. Brad Nelson up against the fence. How did he not wreck that truck? Oh my goodness. Another one of those near miss moments. We've had about 4 or 5 of them tonight. In the wall again is Nelson, but what a fantastic save. These lads are sending it, Aaron. You are for sure about that. Wow. Back up front here as we still have the top 6 in the frame, not separated by much at all. Here comes a 95. Alex Pollock with an issue up against the fence. Heavy damage with the 92. Gonna go back and see what happened to this one. He was right behind the 95. Here comes the 29. Way up on the top. Oh, Pollock, I think just maybe misjudged the block there, and he got absolutely sent by the 29. Talking about sending it. He got sent for sure. Another tough night for the 92, who's had a series of them here this season. Cochran having issues as well. He's fallen back quite a bit. He was second on the high side. See what happened to the 84. That Holston right behind him. It's that white truck. Pushed an SB. It's up out of the groove. Oh, catches the outside wall. Can't quite get off of it. Loses a bunch of track position doing that. Back here live. For one of the first times all night, the top 3 have broken away on the bottom. SB and Holston not quite enough momentum to catch up to them. Thornton bails out of line as well. Oh, contact the 8 has got heavy damage. There's a big crash. A big crash. In turn number... Oh, well, there's no caution. There it is. In turn number 3. Oh, man. Just as I was talking about Adam Holston. Just as I was talking about him making a recovery. Another spin here. So we're gonna same view we saw last time. 95 just a ways up the racetrack, and then once you're sideways like that, there's really nowhere to go. Henry caught up in another one. No, nothing the 85 can do. Nothing he can do different there at all. Let's go look at the 95 here. So riding on the bottom of the racetrack. Olsen up on the outside. I mean, 85 goes up. The 8 didn't really give him a ton of room. Oh, that was Cochran. Got very lucky he didn't get right hooked there. Wow, that could have been a disaster for the 84. Wow. Most of the field on the pit lane. Only Joshua Gillen stays out. Race off pit road belongs to Derek Jewett. And Allen and Hinson with the drag race. Espy, Thornton, Cochran, Barry. That's going to be your top 8. Top 10 looks like Tucker the third and Barnes. Oh, man. We have something cooking. Let me tell you. 8 came down. Well, possible. It's the hard part about following at this racetrack is you're trying to follow the driver in front of you, so you're really not paying attention to where you are on the racetrack. You're just trying to pay attention to where the driver in front of you is. So SB down on the hash mark. 8's got to follow him, right? Or else you're going to hang him out, potentially right hook him. Maybe he didn't quite realize where he was on the racetrack, and of course that is going to cause the accident. So racing incident, really, I mean, you could make an argument for either driver or neither driver. Just a new Atlanta experience. That's just really what it was. So 10 comes into pit. Gonna get the lead back here. I don't believe we're choosing this time. If we are, apologies, Brandon Willard, for missing that one. Casey Bristow had enough of this evening. Got to go to work tomorrow. Understand. Let's go 96 from Alice Allen. I'm assuming that is some sort of relation to Andrew Allen. If I had to take a guess, don't ask me where I got these telepathic powers, but that is my best guess. There is the 96 Currently running in the 11th position, trying to get back up to the front where he spent a little bit of time, led 2 laps here so far this evening. I believe now we're going to get to the choose. Oh no, we may be going green this time. I've got apologies for missing that choose, but yeah, just missed the camera angle, unfortunately. Regardless, just over 40 laps remain here. We might be able to stretch it on fuel. It's going to be tight. Remember, race analysis says 33 to 37 laps of fuel. That's with no cautions. And in the draft, what do these drivers have in store for us? Jewett on the outside. Great jump. He's going to be clear by a long ways, and that's a little concerning. Because look at the run that Hinson's going to have. We should see the 39 just fly by him. There's the move. Jewett went up the block, not quite fast enough. Hinson right on the door again. 79 to Tucker, the playoff driver. Trying to push the 45. Andy Barry up there as well, though not a lot of pushing happening on the bottom. Espy has really been a great pusher tonight. Helped out both the 84 and the 39 as well as the 8th in points in this race, so being a good team owner there. As for right now, it's Gavin Hinson out front once again. Field kind of spread apart here. It's really the top 4, then a bunch of stragglers, then another bigger pack led by John Ullman, who is still 2 laps down. That pack now closing up just a little bit. Cochran back in this mess as well, following Holston and Barnes. As we have now closed up and basically made this one big pack. Definitely not unexpected. I saw that one coming. You're right, Jack. We do have the entire Andrew Allen fan club up in this chat, it seems. Still 16 of us here in the chat. Again, appreciate everyone who takes time out of their Wednesday evenings to watch, and everyone who's going to watch this in the future. Of course, we're live right now here from Echo Park Speedway as Hinson leads another one. Been a really great run for the 39, and for the 45. So this is about how far they could make it on fuel if it was to go green, no pit stop or no caution laps. I'm nervous if we go green for some of these drivers, especially Hinson and especially Espy. The two who have done all the leading tonight. Now, if you're a little further back, like let's say Adam Holston in 8th, or in the 8 machine, sorry, in 10th. I imagine we're hard throttle, you can hear it right there. Out of the throttle sometimes, just letting it roll. Roll on the straightaways as well. Catching a lap truck. Not sure who that is. Oh, it's Hendry. Gonna get way down below the apron. Let everyone go by. It's kind of. That shot gets my breath every single time. See the entire field run over it at 180 plus miles an hour. Here's a good shot out of turn number 4. Wow, the speed of this racetrack is just unbelievable. Absolutely breathtaking. Now we got the 33 up at the front. Haven't seen Brad Nelson in a while. He's pushing Aaron Espy. Gotta wonder, is Espy holding anything back right now? Trying to keep Hinson on the bottom and Espy controlling the high line. Is that part of the strategy here, or is it just happy coincidence they've ran most of the race side by side for the lead? The only problem with that is you get Hungary behind the 16. You can go either direction. You can go to the middle, really force something, or you can go to the outside and try and take matters into your own hands. I would not recommend either this at this stage in the race, probably a little bit later. But you could do it if you really needed to, especially on this front stretch. A lot of opening right there. Gives you an opportunity to... Oh, there's contact. Hinson with a big slide. He's going to come out the racetrack. They're all wrecking. Everybody's in it. I think 3 trucks made it through that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. And they're still wrecking further back. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Oh, man. Well, we got to go back. Oh, geez. I hate that for the whole field. I really do. It all started up here with Nelson and Espy and Hinson. Espy comes down the racetrack trying to side draft. I think trying to avoid this 39 coming with the racetrack. Everyone kind of squeezed to the outside. Got the 39-inch out of shape. Yeah, that is going to be frustrating for a lot of drivers here. Let's look from the back bumper of Espy here. So he's going to see all this unfold in his mirror. So there's the 39. Sorry, 33. There's the contact with Hinson. And then there's Jewett into the side of the 33, and the whole field. I think the 16, the 79, I think the 78 made it through okay. Everyone else, some sort of damage in that incident. Oh, my goodness. Hate that for everyone involved, especially for such a clean and green race to this point. So to recap, Espy, currently your leader. Tucker going to hit the pit road here. So is Caleb Hunt. Espy stays out. Holston will also pit. Most drivers pitting here, the only one to stay out is Aaron Espy. Seen 6 cautions for 39 lead changes. Cochran with a meatball flag, so big issues for the 39 or for the 84. This is definitely going to shake up the way this race was. It's really going to come down to who had to tow to pit road and who didn't, with only 30 laps remaining. If you had to tow, your day is likely over. I think that's, I can't see who that is that's smoking on pit road. Is that maybe the 96? It's not the 96. Someone up here is having a cookout on the pit lane. I'm not sure who it is. Oh, it could be Andy Berry. It is Andy Berry. The 25 is it's the party place right now. Pit stall number 5. Bring your hot dogs. Bring your marshmallows. Got a bonfire down there. Well, that changes everything, folks. Absolutely everything. Espy, your leader. Justin Miller in second. Joshua Thornton is third. Jacob Cochran up to fourth. Wisaki, Jewett, Hunt, Barnes, White, and Hinson, your top 10. Most drivers taking the faster pair. There are only about 3 left in the field who didn't take it. Michael Wade, Harold Tucker the third. Joshua Gillen, Andrew Allen, Christian Barnes, Caleb Hunt, Joshua Thornton, and Aaron Espy. I know that's more than 3. Apologies, bad estimation. Pace lights still on the pace truck, so we will go at least one more lap here, likely hitting the choose this time. As I imagine there was more than 2 cars that had to choose, though I've been wrong before. I agree in chat, Aaron. No, this race was going so well. Nice and green for the most part. Couple cautions sprinkled throughout, but that is a really unfortunate break. To see most of the field caught up in that accident, that just a miscommunication is all it was. Pace lights now out on the pace truck. Did only one driver choose the outside here? This might be the most lopsided choose in the history of the Mystic Racing League. And if so, that would be quite something, wouldn't it? Because they are teammates. Well known that they are teammates, the 84 and the 16. Could definitely see a little shake and bake here on the restart, allowing the 84 to get down in front and control the final 20-odd laps of this race. And everybody else lined up on the bottom of the racetrack for pitting, getting fast repairs, late to the choose, all that stuff. This is going to be one interesting restart, folks. You're not going to want to go anywhere. If you like what you see, definitely take the opportunity to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment. What do you guys think? What can we do better? What are you missing out there on the couch? What do you need more of from us here at VSPEED? Besides just more racing. Barney's got the flag in his hand. We're about to get this thing restarted and back underway. We're green again and Echo Park. Great jump for Espy. Not a great jump for Cochran. He should be able to slide in behind Thornton, though. The top 2 have cleared by a little bit. There goes Espy down to the bottom. Here comes Jewett as well, and the whole rest of the field in. On the bottom of turn number 3. Little 2-car tandem action here. Oh, wow, that was just about an accident again. Jewett trying to push the 84. 84 said, I don't think so. Almost went for a big ride there. Somehow able to keep that truck from going around. And here comes Hinson. You see that pink body armor truck on the right side of your screen. He's back into frame. Really, your 3 dominant trucks tonight have been the 16 of Espy, the 45 of Jewett, and the 39 of Hinson. Oh, 39's going to get turned. 29's going to get turned if he keeps doing that. Cannot move lanes like that in the tri-oval. You will get yourself spun every single time. It's cost a couple of our wrecks here so far today. Trying to push Espy. Here comes Jewett on the top side. 2 drivers who don't like each other, the 16 and the 45. They say they buried the hatchet, but there's nothing quite like racing up at the front of the field to really put that to the test. Jewett and Barnes lead off. There goes the 10s around. He's up in the air. Oh, my goodness. We stay green. Joshua Gillen up on his side. He's going to need some pep, though, after that. Oh, boy. Able to carry on. Alex Pollock with heavy, heavy damage, similar to Richmond. That truck is destroyed, can barely turn. Tough night again for the 92. Yeah, he's had enough. Jewett leads. As we race into turn 3, here comes Hinson. And Andrew Allen as well. He has been fast all night. And the 29 as well, right on the back bumper of the 96. Seen that all night as well. Way to the high side for the top line. Hinson will clear for the lead across Jewett's nose. What does Andrew Allen do? Can he get enough momentum? Could need a lot of help from Joshua Thornton. I don't know if he's going to get it here. Espy hanging off as well. But 2 truck lengths behind the 29. That's not going to help the outside lane at all. 21 laps remain. Jacob Cochran again has found Aaron Espy. Caleb Hunt back there as well. What does the 84 do? This is the point in the race where almost every run you get, you got to do something with it. There's no opportunities to just lay back and let it happen. You got to go out there and be aggressive. Definitely seen some drivers do that here this evening. Really take it into their own hands. And I feel you, Alex. Couldn't avoid anything. Yeah, that was... I would avoid any, pianos or chandeliers, because it definitely has not been your day, bud. 92 is going to be out of the race early, I would imagine. Somewhere around probably the 21st position is where the 92 will end up here today. A lot of drivers still moving and shaking. Really just have not decided who's going to win this race. Hinson continues to lead. Jewett right behind him. Barnes has been fast a lot of this race. So is the 96. Espy's been up at the front. I mean, it could be anyone on your frame right here. Could even be somebody off the frame as well. We're looking at everyone in the top 10. Chat, one more time. Who do we have winning this race as they catch up to Joshua Gillen in 10? Remember, he was on his side earlier in this run. No caution for him. This could get wild. He's going to keep it pinned to the bottom. Not what the leaders want to see. Elk should be able to get out of the way here. He's going to stay on the racetrack. Oh, my goodness. Into the corner. That is going to make people's lives very difficult. That completely blew up the bottom lane. That's got to be advantage topside now. Has to be. But a lot of drivers got an upset stomach after that one. And now he's going to slide into third on the bottom. That is not going to help the bottom lane at all, as here comes Barnes on the top. Most organized, the top spin all day. And Christian Barnes to the point for just a moment. I think Barnes is going to lead that lap. He did, by inches. The 10's way out of line. He's going to come back up in front of the field. Able to keep it down on that red line, but yeah, he got moved out of the way. I don't think the lead lap cars enjoyed him in that position. Into the wall goes Thornton. Oh, he's going to get spun. Around he goes. The 8's in it as well. Caution is out. Going to have a 15-lap shootout here in Echo Park Speedway. So we saw the 29 go way up the racetrack in turn 3. I think he had some help. And Espy behind him. Yeah, that's another racing incident. Just 29 came down a little bit, 45 went up a little bit. They expect each other to be a little bit in different positions. And of course, 29 has to go up the racetrack to avoid right hooking the 45 and then gets tagged by the 8. Let's see it from Adam Holston's point of view. And there's the 29 up the racetrack. Not anything. Olson's already got that wheel turned so far. Off the throttle, just can't get it to rotate. Around goes the 29. Minimal damage for both those guys, so that's the good news. Olson will bring it down the pit lane. The field will be in the hands of Christian Barnes. We're going to take one more Juicy Spider side by side. Don't go anywhere. Be back right after this.
To Josh Adams.
Back here on VSPEED now. Time for the choose. Laps remain. Here in what has been a great race at Echo Park Speedway, formerly known as Atlanta Motor Speedway. We've seen the 39, the 45 win the stages. 27's been fast, so is the 96. The 16's been up here all night. We've seen a couple incidents. One big one that took out all but four trucks. Luckily, fast repairs are available for most, or for the entire field tonight. Most drivers have used one. Now we get down to the end of this thing. Little housekeeping for you. Of our 23 driver field, your top 16 are on the lead lap. Joshua Gillen is one down. Hendry down 7. Alex Pollock is retired from the session. He's down 11 at the moment. Andy Berry down 19. Brad Nelson down 20. Casey Bristow down 32. And Steve Gill is down 77. Those drivers will finish in those positions. That is 18th through 23rd. This could be the final restart of the day. Barney's got the green flag in his hand. The drivers, Barnes and Allen, creep into the restart zone. And we're back racing here at Echo Park Speedway. Who's going to win this one? Who's going to stave off elimination? Remember, elimination race in the playoff round. Those drivers at the yellow banners all hoping to win this one, either to lock themselves in or to get those precious playoff points. And there's a lot of them up at the front. Only Aaron Espy in the 16 is not a playoff driver up here at the front of the field, as they are moving and shaking still. Unbelievable. The talent required to keep these trucks from wrecking all over the racetrack. Hinson with an aggressive block on Allen. He will go take the high lane. He's going to go try and go back to the point here. With 10 to go, is it too early? We've seen the high side be able to stall out and not really clear at times. But Andrew Allen has been a terrific pusher tonight. Another good one has been the 45 at Jewett. Will one of the stage winners end up getting the win here tonight? Or will it be somebody else? Will it be a playoff driver or a non-playoff driver? At the line this time, oh, that was Barnes by maybe a couple inches. as most of these drivers are pushing for everything it's worth. They don't think a caution's going to come out. Some drivers do have that feeling, as Hinson is clear for the moment. Will he drive down the racetrack? He's not clear anymore. That could have been a big move. He's now going to lose a truck length and a half to the inside lane. Here comes Allen. Wow. Separation on the bottom. That's not going to help them. Should see a big run off the top. This is your leader, Christian Barnes. Led 9 laps today. Wow, Jewett just got way out of shape. They're 3 wide behind him as well. Kime, a little bit out of shape. Wade pushing him. Somehow everyone's still able to keep it clean and green here. Oh, there it goes. Kime's around. So is Cochran. Oh, big damage for those drivers. Wow. Wow. Meatball flag for Michael Wade. So it's from the 9 here. We'll see what happened to him. Just a bad push. Right hooks Cochran. Oh, hit heavy wall contact for the 3. Really only drivers involved in it. But man, this is how violent that hit was from Jacob Cochran's point of view. He's driving along, minding his own business, and all of a sudden, right hooked and into a fence. Yeah, just nothing you could do. Had his foot in it the whole way just in case, but there's nothing you could do. That truck damaged, but not undrivable, it looks like. So that's the good news, is there's 4 laps remaining here. Barnes leads. Hinson, Jewett, Allen, and Holston your top 5. SB, Hunt, Tucker, Ullman, and Miller round out your top 10. One driver got away from that relatively clean was Caleb Hunt. He got tagged, but somehow able to keep that truck without crashing. And that could have been a bad one. Three laps remain here. Just enough time for a green-white checker. This race has had a little bit of everything. Only thing it didn't have was green flag pit stops. We got close, but not quite close enough to being able to bring these trucks down under green and see the different packs at work and all that. But other than that, we have seen pretty much everything. We've seen long green flag runs, great side-by-side racing, a little bit of single file here and there. So 3 wide that didn't end in calamity, 3 wide that did end in calamity. A couple cautions, some great restarts, a little bit of everything here tonight. It's been really fantastic to watch it. Hopefully everyone at home is watching as well. Still, now there's 19 of you here watching along with us. Appreciate that for sure. Tell your friends, tell your family. I know we'll get some more views tomorrow when drivers tune in to watch this, to recap how their race went. Top 2 pick the bottom. A little bit of a hornet's nest back here, trying to figure out where to go. Everyone choosing the appropriate lanes they think are going to get them the opportunity to win the race. One more time, got to give a massive shout out to Dougie Beard. allowing VSPEED to use these amazing camera angles, including this one, which is just absolutely my new favorite camera at any racetrack. The under the racetrack cam. I've been your host and producer, Morgan Cook, here tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If you are, I'm going to ask you the second to last time here tonight. Drop us a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification icon so you don't miss a moment of the action. Set those alerts up. You don't want to miss this. I mean, this is great stuff here. For the rest of the season here on Wednesdays, you're not going to want to miss the action we have for you. And we have a lot of racing coming up here on VSPEED in the coming months, including some leagues that have yet to announce their schedules and yet to announce they're on VSPEED. So definitely stay tuned for that little behind the scenes look. Definitely do not want to go anywhere. Barnes, Jewett, green flag, Echo Park. We're officially going overtime. Barnes with the momentum on the bottom. Hinson and Holston. Hinson somehow clears the outside lane. Not for long. 3 wide up the middle goes Jewett. Contact behind him. They're all wrecking. Oh my goodness. The 2 dominant cars of the day. Hinson and Jewett are in it. Wow, that truck is destroyed. Oh my goodness. And did use the faster pair. That's going to be day over for Derek Jewett. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We saw the 4 wide. There it is right there. 3 wide, sorry. Espy goes up the racetrack, causes everyone to bobble. It really started, this part of it started up at the front of the field. We have to go back one more time here. I believe it was from the, I'm not sure actually where exactly this started. I mean, this was an interesting incident all the way around. So we see the 45 from the middle here. Oh yeah, it was Tucker when he got hit from Espy. Really pinballed around and caught the side of Hinson. One more time here. Riding on board here with Aaron Espy. So we're going to see, I don't know if he realizes they're 3 wide here. They're 3 wide. Takes the 78, he takes the 39, and the 45 goes around with him. Wow, what a crazy way to end that one. Now we're going to have the final green-white checker of the day. Wow. And Andrew Allen, who's got a lot of fans in the chat, has a very real possibility to win his way into the next round. He's got 2 drivers in front of him. He's got a teammate right beside him. Wow. Barnes has led the last number of laps. He has been the hottest driver across the Mystic Racing League. All 3 series, this driver has won everywhere. Adam Holston right behind him has been a bit of a sleeper in this race and really in this season. We saw him, he's had speed a lot this year, but not a lot to show for it. No really dominating performances for the 8. Could this be the shot across the bow? Can we see an Andrew Allen view of that? We sure could try. Let's give it a look here as we hit the choose, potentially. Let's see, are we at the choose? If we're choosing, I can't, because we won't have enough time. We are not choosing. Let's see if we can get that shot from Andrew Allen. Watch your eyes here, folks. This is going to hurt a little bit. There we go. One further back. Riding on board with Andrew Allen. Long shift there, got the job done. So Allen's pushing Jewett. Jewett goes to the middle. Oh, I was wrong. It was the 96 that caused the 39 to get loose. Oh man, that's got to be frustrating for Gavin. Anyway, back to where we were. Not blaming the incident on Andrew Allen at all. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he did anything to cause that crash. Just that it was that bump that you have to make with 2 laps to go at Echo Park Speedway into turn 3. I'm not saying he did anything wrong. Just that was the incident that was the catalyst that caused the incident. So unfortunate, but again, that is super speedway racing. It happens all the time. Top 2 on the bottom. Allen to the outside. Rest of the field files into place. I wouldn't say Allen turned him. I mean, he got into the back of him for sure, but he didn't. There was nothing to indicate he was trying to turn him. So that's all I'm going to say on the matter, because there's no way that was intentional. It just doesn't make sense. Allen's had a great race all night. Could potentially cap it off here with a win. He's been up in the top 5. Got some fantastic stage points today. And I haven't talked to him, I don't believe, since Lime Rock, where he flat out whipped the field by leading almost every lap and lapping the entire field if you didn't go back. If you don't remember that one, go back and check it out after this one. Just a pure domination in every shape of in every shape and form of the word. I've never seen that level of domination at a racetrack before in iRacing. It was unbelievable. Felt like Martin Truex at Charlotte the year he led almost every lap. Even like Chase Briscoe this past weekend at Darlington, where he led almost every lap. Incredible stuff. Regardless, the final green-white checker, we're in overtime. Barnes on the bottom, Allen on the top. The next flag is going to end this one. Oh, Allen's going to get turned. The whole field's wrecking. Oh, my goodness. Holston might just win this race. Oh, my goodness. We do have one more green-white checker, thank goodness. Wow. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe that just happened. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's go back and look at that one. One more time here. So it really seemed to start from the 79, Harold Tucker. I don't know if the 96 spun the tires or if Tucker just went first. Yeah, we're working on the replay. We're working on it. Yeah, the 79 went too soon. Yeah, that's going to get looked at later. Yikes. Let's go back one more time here. Let's go back a little further in the field. Maybe from Reggie Kimes' point of view and just see kind of what he saw. Because he was a ways back on this restart. And all of a sudden, you're just going to see cars piled up. Everyone does a really good job of not just full throttling through this. We never really got up to speed at all. And that one more time here from Andrew Allen's point of view, definitely got the worst out of it. Going to fall back to 15th. So let's watch from the gyro here. One more time on the replay. You see you can see the tachometer. He's not even at the throttle yet. Before he gets spun. He got hit pretty hard actually a couple times. I don't think he did anything wrong. He looked like he started to go to throttle, but as soon as he hit the throttle, he got touched and spun around. But rear tires were picked up off the ground. I mean, I haven't seen that in a truck in a long, long time. Another replay. Yeah, he's up off the ground here. And I mean, there's nothing you can do when you're steering with two wheels and the rear two are off the ground. There's nothing you can do to save that. Wow. Unbelievable. If there was a VSPEED not top 10, that's number one right there. My goodness. But let's go easy on the guys in the chat. I mean, it was... I don't believe it was intentional by any stretch. I mean, you want to be pushing that guy as you get to the start-finish line. You want to push him to make sure you can get it locked and ready to roll for turn one. Unfortunately, though, when that driver hasn't gone yet, if you hit him, if you push him too hard, as we know, you can get wedged under the truck. That's obviously what caused that. Was 79 was wedged under the 96 and spun him around, but yeah, I understand what he was trying to do, just didn't quite do it properly. Everyone choosing, except for the 85. Yeah, I mean, heartbreak for Andrew Allen, heartbreak for Christian Barnes. Both drivers who, choose violation on the 8. Adam Holston had his right side tire, in the red box, in the no-go zone. He is going to fall all the way back on this restart, and that is an absolute devastating blow. Your front row now is the damaged 29 and the 79 of Thornton and Tucker, respectively. Ullman, who, remember, was part of the first caution, 2 laps down. He's back up to 4th. And Aaron Espy, all reliable. How about Caleb Hunt and Jacob Cochran making up row number 3? A couple drivers who both have damage. Zach White has made a return after being multiple laps down. Michael Wade is back up in the top 10, and so is Christian Barnes. This is the final attempt at the green-white checker, and we are way off the pace truck. Into the restart zone for the final time tonight. Green flag is out. I don't know what happened on the bottom. Thornton slammed on the brakes. Gonna check up the inside line aggressively here. Tucker leads. Wrecking behind him. Big crash. A lot of drivers involved. We're gonna stay with this. Caution is out. Maybe there were more than 2. Maybe there's more than 3 green white checkers here. I swore there were 3. So we're gonna find out the line here. Do we go 2? No, we go 4 to green. So we have another one. Maybe I'll just stop saying last chance because I thought we were at the last chance 2 chances ago. Apologies, folks, for the added unnecessary suspension. All right, let's go back and see what happened in this incident. A little further back here. See if we can see what happened here from Andrew Allen's point of view. I think it was up there with the 84, perhaps. Jacob Cochran. 84 got a bad push in the 95 into the side of Hunt. Oh, White goes around. Sucks for Zach White, who, I mean, he has fought like heck to get that truck repaired. Was many laps down, got it fixed just to get it wrecked again. Yeah, bad push in the 95. Right on board here. It's Cochran in front of him. That's a shot where the truck is light. They're all trying to hang on. Not quite enough. Well, this race was fantastic. Up until about 20 laps ago, it started to kind of go by the wayside here. We're on caution number 11. We had 4 through the first 2 stages. 49 lead changes. That's been a bright spot. A lot of competitive racing here tonight. 20 drivers, or 20 fans, I should say, watching here. Some could be drivers, I suppose. Shouldn't discriminate like that. Like what you see, drop us a like. Definitely subscribe. Love seeing the numbers grow here on VSPEED. We're up to, I believe, 2260 last time I looked. Fantastic. Definitely appreciate all the support that you all have shown us. And, of course, I'm Morgan Cook. Cameras by Dougie Beard. And fantastic to have them on board here this season. Don't believe we're choosing this. We are choosing this time. Okay. Okay. Let's cut race control a break here, Chad. It is his birthday after all. Some folks questioning why the 79 did not get an EOL. I'm sure we will find out later. Caution lights are out. Ullman may have the comeback of the year if he's able to pull this off. Harold Tucker the third on the bottom. Ullman on the top. Thornton and Barnes in row number 2. Caleb Hunt survived. Andrew Allen is back up in the top 3 rows. He is in 6th. How about Michael Wade? Joshua Gillen. Aaron Espy and Douglas Wasaki, your current top 10. Off of turn 4. Into the restart zone. Everyone gets away clean this time. Tucker with a pretty big lead. I don't know about this one. He gets a big shot in the back from the 29. Here comes Ullman on the top side. If we make it to the flag, we're 3 wide for the lead. I don't know if we're going to make it to the flag. Tucker is still the leader. We are going to get to that white flag. Here comes, how did they get out of that? My goodness. They were in a phone booth and they still made it. Barnes and Tucker side by side down the backstretch. It could go either way. Into turn 3 for the final time tonight. Tucker up the racetrack. Barnes with the big push from Allen. Big slide, there goes the 27. Aaron Espy just won at Echo Park. Oh my goodness, what a finish. Unbelievable. Aaron Espy out of nowhere steals one. Here in Echo Park, unbelievable. What a finish. Let's go back and let's recap that. Goodness gracious. So let's first off, where was Espy when we got to the white flag? He was all the way back here in 8th position. Watch that 16, that green and camouflage truck. Of course, you can't see the nose of it. It's hidden. So he's ripping the high side right in front of Ullman. Ullman's giving him the shove. The right here, Allen gets the 27 out of shape. They spin. Espy pedals around the outside. Ullman, I think, got third out of that, too. He sure did. Wow. Unbelievable. So Espy, Wade, and Ullman will be your top 3. That's crazy. That is unbelievable. Wow. I mean, there's just not much more you can say than wow. He won this race by 28 one-thousandths of a second over a driver who really came out of nowhere. I mean, Michael Wade, I thought he was going to win this thing. SB didn't have to slow down as much. Went through an accident. And John Ullman, what a recovery. Unbelievable. Wow. Okay. Well, now that I got my breathing back under control, unbelievable. I'm still floored by how great the end of this race was. We are going to take a quick step aside, run some ads, pay some bills, so to speak. Then we're going to come back with your race results, interviews with your top 3, as well as interviews with the 2 drivers who failed to make the cut to the next round. Don't go anywhere. You're not going to miss any of the post show here on VSPEED. It's been fantastic having you all here this evening. We'll be back right after this, here for the Mystic Racing League and their Black Diamond Designs Truck Series. It was a fun one at Echo Park.
To Josh Adams.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back here on VSPEED for what was a thrilling finish. A crash across the start-finish line. Wow, here are the results of this race. Aaron Espy came out of nowhere to win here in Echo Park. Michael Wade going to finish alongside him. Also came out of nowhere, and John Ullman with the recovery of a season. Was laps down, last in the field at one point, finds himself finishing 3rd. Had a shot at winning, but came up just a little bit short. Caleb Hunt finishes in 4th. Joshua Gillen in 5th, great recovery for him. Christian Barnes was the leader off of turn 4, finishes 6th at the start-finish line. Harold Tucker III, after a somewhat controversial end of the race, finishes in 7th. Joshua Thornton in 8th. Zach White, great rebound to 9th. Andrew Allen had another great shot at it. He finishes in the 10th position. 11th will be Douglas Wasaki, right where he started out of Holston. Will finish in the 12th spot, losing 6th from he started the race. It was not time tonight. Reggie Kime finishes in 13th. Miller going to finish 14th. Jacob Cochran, rough night, 5 laps down, 15th position. Gavin Hinson had a lot of laps led. He's going to finish 16th, 12 behind the leader. Hendry will finish in 17th here tonight. Derek Jewett, 18th position for the pole sitter, winner of stage number 1. Alex Pollack will finish in 19th. Andy Berry rounds out your top 20. 21st, Brad Nelson in the 33.45 laps down. Casey Bristow retired from this race early. He will finish 22nd. Stephen Gill retired much earlier. 23rd, Brandon Willard with race control. Christopher Benning did not start the race. That's a quick rundown of how everyone finished here tonight. Now, let's have a chat with your top three, starting with third place, John Ullman. John Ullman, Morgan up in the VSPEED booth. You got a copy.
Hey, Morgan, how's it going?
I am still trying to catch my breath from what was a very exciting race all the way around here. And I mean, really the tale of a couple different races. Really green up at the front, or in the front of the race, the front half. And then once stage 3 hit, things got a little bit wild. What was your experience out there?
For me, my truck was very loose, especially on the tri-oval, which is why I slid up, and I think I got into the 85. I think that's who it was. So that was my fault early on. And then I just got lucky because I used a fast repair there, so I was just trying to be smart. Somehow got my laps back. And then at the end, it was just, what can we do? And I got bumped out of line at the end and thought, okay, we're getting 8th. And I still haven't seen the replay at the end. I don't know what happened, but somehow we came through the smoke and got 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, I want to. You kind of led me into this next question here. You had an absolutely incredible drive through the field. I mean, the recovery, the tenacity, the patience was really on display tonight. You were at one point, I believe, the last driver on track in the field, and you end up in 3rd. Had a shot at winning it at the end. Unfortunately, got shuffled out of the line. I mean, was there ever a point in this race where you thought, man, this is not going to be my time, I'm not making it to the next round?
It crossed my mind, but I'm a big believer of law of attraction. So I just put that out, and I was like, you know what? We're going to the next round, and we're going to win this thing. Now, it turns out we didn't win it, but we were there to win it, and that's what matters. You can't give up. Never give up, never surrender, they say. So.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely did everything you could do to move on, and I think you probably did enough. So I don't have the official word yet, but I have a pretty good feeling that you're safe here tonight. So early congratulations potentially, but again, great job on the 3rd place finish, regardless of your championship position. You definitely earned it tonight. What do you have to say to the 5 people at VSPEED who are watching you here? We got 13, here watching us right now.
I just thank everyone for watching us. You know, we're just playing a video game here, and it's entertaining for me to watch them later. I watch you guys just for race recap to figure out what I could have done better. But I appreciate all the viewers. I appreciate you, Morgan. You do an excellent job with this. And then my wife for putting up with my strange, childish hobby. So it's awesome.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, it's definitely a hobby, that's for sure. My wife feels the same way, and I mean, you guys actually get to do it. I'm just talking about it. So, yeah, who's really the weird one in this chat room right now? But congratulations on 3rd place, John. You are officially in. I should say unofficially in, not officially, unofficially in. My word from race control. Congratulations on that as well.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. That's 3rd place finisher tonight, John Ullman. We're going to go one spot up the running order to find a very damaged Michael Wade. Michael Wade, Morgan up the VSPEED booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man, I got a copy.
My goodness. You came so close to getting that elusive win this season. SB got you by 28 thousandths of a second. But I mean, all in all, with how many times this truck was not pointed the right direction tonight, do you count that as a win, or is it disappointing finishing 2nd?
It's more of a heartbreak. I've been obviously with these guys a long time in the league. It's been a long time since I had a win, maybe a year or 2. Going back on console, I thought I had him. I could have ran him a little bit higher, but I didn't want to be that type of guy. I'm glad I finished 2nd. Had a rough night, a lot of damage. I kept on pitting and fixing it, but other than that, it was a good race. Just sucks. I was that close.
Yeah, I mean, you were right there I mean, again, I thought you had it. I really did until I saw SB just keep it floored on the outside. I mean, how was your? I mean, you mentioned disappointing race, but how much fun did you have tonight? These trucks look like they were a pain to drive. A lot of loose conditions, tight on the bottom. Were you having fun out there at least?
I was having fun. These trucks are really good. This has always been one of my favorite tracks, even on console side. When before we came here on iRacing, I've always had good luck here. I've always ran good here. It's just it stings. It's kind of like a knife and right in the heart. But Aaron's a good guy, and he's never done me wrong, so I wasn't gonna stuff him to win it.
I'm sure he appreciates that. And while we have you up here, Michael, anything you want to say to the people watching here on VSPEED?
Uh, these guys are fast. It's hard to get a win now, especially on iRacing. Um, this is probably the first time I've been in the front all season long, so looking forward to tomorrow and the rest of the week because I feel like after this finish, I have some confidence how we're going to finish tomorrow and Friday.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time, Michael. I appreciate it. Congratulations on finishing second, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
That's Michael Wade, second place finisher here tonight. Now we're going to go to the top step of the podium. Driver who stole it, really. Aaron Espy, Morgan up at the VSPEED booth, VSPEED Victory Lane, in fact. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, I mean, the big question is how did you do that? You had a fast car all night. You were able to lead 25 of these laps around this 144 lap race, kind of always up in the fray, but got shuffled back late. And all of a sudden, smoke, and you emerged the victor. Kind of walk me through your day today.
Yeah, I was just trying to survive, try to stay up front there for a while. Got shuffled back a couple times. That last one, I was about to run out of fuel, so I had to bring it down and get some fuel in the truck, and that's probably what ended up saving me and winning the race.
Well, it happens like that sometimes, doesn't it? Where you you think you've made the wrong choice, something puts you behind the 8 ball, and all of a sudden things fall right in your lap. And you're not a playoff driver in this series, at least not anymore. What does it mean to win as a non-playoff driver and kind of stink up the show a little bit as far as those guys trying to lock themselves into next week?
Yeah, just coming in to do it for fun. Just a part-time in this series, but yeah, that's why we're here. Try to win one. We got it done tonight.
Absolutely. One last question here before we get you to say a word to all the fine folks watching here on VSP. We've got 17 now watching us. Appreciate every one of them. But there was a lot of work tonight with the 84, of course, your teammate, as well as Gavin Hinson in the 39 and the 8 of Adam Holston. I mean, the four of you really worked together a lot, especially in those first couple stages. Was there a team order, so to speak? Was there a driver you were trying to keep up at the front, or was it just I'm going to draft with you because we're coming from the same stable, so to speak?
Well, in the stages, 84 is preferred for me because he's in the playoffs. Try to get him some points, and then Gavin and Adam, it'd be nice, to get them some points. Stage points don't mean anything to me, so I wasn't trying to screw anything up there. But yeah, we tried to work together tonight, and then had Andy Barry there at the end, spotting Alex Pollock helping out a little bit, so another team on board.
Yeah, definitely was definitely an interesting race from our point of view. I mentioned Tale of Two Races. I mean, really pretty clean first couple stages. Last stage kind of got a little bit away from us there. But regardless, Aaron Espy out of the smoke finds himself as the winner here at Echo Park Raceway. What do you have to say to all the people watching here on VSPEED?
I hope it was a fun one. I hope we put on a good show and it was enjoyable to watch at home.
All right, man, a few words tonight. Congratulations, Aaron. That's your winner tonight, Aaron Espy.
Thank you.
now we're going to chat with a few drivers who are on the other side of the emotional spectrum right now. We're going to start off with Derek Jewett. We talked to him after he won stage number 1. There's a look at the 45. Derek, it's Morgan up in the VSPEED booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, this is not the way you wanted to talk to me, I imagine. We're having a look at your truck on the show here, and it is not looking all that fantastic. I mean, what went wrong tonight after winning stage 1?
Just people that were aggressive, pushing in the corners. That's it. I'm still trying to figure out how I got eliminated. No one's really given me a solid answer. I mean, I was 15 points ahead of the cut line before I got wrecked. So, and that's not including like position stuff, but you know, that's nor here nor there. I know it's unofficial, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have an answer for you any better than what Race Control has told me, so I'm sure we'll get the proper answer here sometime during the week. But as far as we know at the moment, you will be one of the drivers who is not racing for a championship for the rest of the season. So I know it's disappointing. I don't want to harp on it too much. I mean, what are the positives you can take away from today and from this season?
I mean, I don't know. I felt like this was the best series that I can win a championship in. There's no Janik. There's, you know, obviously there's Henson and Allen, but I just felt like, you know, I could have made it to the Final Four, and race for a championship. Obviously, getting penalized didn't help at Bristol, and then just not having, you know, good luck at Richmond. But you know, everything was going our way up until the 96 just hooked the 39, and you know, we went head on into the wall. But it's I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I can hear the frustration in your voice. I understand it too. I've been a part of, you know, championship runs that I thought I had a really great shot at, and things just got away from me. I understand the pain that you're feeling right now, and I think a lot of drivers do. I mean, there can only be one champion at the end of the season, and there's a bunch of guys kind of wondering, what if I did this different? What if I did that different? And I'm not going to ask you about things that you could have changed, because I mean, that's hindsight's always going to be 2020. But just know from my chair, you had a solid season, and a lot of speed in that 45 week in, week out. So I think you'll be okay going forward here. But anything you want to say, any final words here for the folks here on VSPEED who are watching for the second time tonight?
I just appreciate everybody tuning in. Rather if you rooted against me or rooted for me, I appreciate it. I don't know. I don't know where I go from here. It's frustrating. I've had my attitude in check recently, and I got a lot to think about on what I want to do next year and moving forward for the remainder of this season. I don't know. It's just I'm still trying to wrap my head around how I missed out on just everything. So just yeah. But keep supporting the league. Keep rooting for your favorite driver. It's very unfortunate that we're not racing for a championship. And we were taken out the way we were taken out. So, yeah, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Well, again, unfortunate news here on VSPEED, but I mean, best of luck in the rest of the season, because we still have a few races left out here for you to go try and get a W. So good luck to the rest of the way, Derek. This is 18th place finisher tonight. Derek Jewett will be not racing for a championship here the rest of the season. Thanks for your time. All right, now we have one more driver who failed to make the cut to the next round, and it is this sliding Joshua Thornton. Joshua, Morgan up in the VSPEED booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
All right, well, from my understanding, it was a tie in points between you and the 78. The 78 got the tiebreaker So this is, from my understanding, unofficially the end of the road of your playoff chances. What are you feeling right now?
The emotion's a little bit high, but it ups and downs. Uh, like I said, the emotions are high. I'm kind of questioning a lot of decisions throughout this year or throughout the season. Good thing or good positioning for Caleb for the 78. Uh, just long season. Glad I made it, but time to go home.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I was just talking to Derek, who's the other driver to not make it to the next round, and I mean, I know it's frustrating. I know it's not what you want to hear, but I mean, what are the positives you can take away from this race and this season as a whole?
Uh, if the season it starts as it is or as it was, have good momentum throughout the beginning of the season, you'll be in a good shape. No matter even if you don't really finish well, just be there at the end and just keep grinding.
Yeah, for sure. And is there anything you learned this year, whether it be something about a racetrack, maybe something to do with how the truck drives, strategy wise, something that you learned that you can apply for the next season here in this series?
All honesty is being patient. Being patient's key. Uh, and if we have green flag runs, you still got to be patient on those tires, no matter where you're at or what you're doing, and position wise. So that's one big thing that I've learned.
It definitely a good lesson to learn here, and this will be my final question for you, and it's really more of it is a question, I guess. What do you have to say to the people here watching here on VSPEED? We've got 16 of us left in the chat. Appreciate everyone who stuck around here for this extended post show. Tell us about your race a little bit. What do you have to say? Sponsor shout outs, words of encouragement, whatever you got here for the people here on VSPEED.
Yeah, of course. Definitely thank you for everybody that watches. It helps everybody grows the league, grows all the series that we do. Appreciate you, everybody that watches. Definitely have to shout out um, Fast 11 Loaner Sports and Andrew and all the guys there. We put in a lot of time. We talk about different things, different strategies, or what to do in different situations. Also, got to shout out Precision Setups. Thank you for guys letting me be a part of something special and more to come. Shout out American Bear Decor. Appreciate you guys and what you guys do. And my other sponsor I'll shout out is Combat Warriors. Thank you, veterans, for serving and everything you guys do. Thank you, Morgan, for everything you guys do too.
Appreciate the shout out there. Yeah, 8th place finish here tonight. Long season, comes up just short here in the in the final transfer to the next round. So we'll see you next week, Joshua. Good luck the rest of the season, and
All right.
yeah, congratulations on 8th place here tonight.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
You bet. Thanks for your time. All right, that is going to do it here for the post show. Talk to our top 3. We talked to the 2 drivers unofficially who will not make it to the final, or to the next round of the playoffs, I should say. Joshua Thornton, who you see on your screen. We talked to Derek Jude a little while ago. But that is going to do it here tonight for the Mystic Racing League. Everyone who helps make this possible: Brandon Willard, Alex Pollock, Harold Tucker III, Jared Knopfschneider, John Woolman, Reggie Kime, Christian Barnes, and all the other admins make this thing happen, all the other drivers who come out here and race every week, all the fans at home who watch and comment and do all the fun stuff that they do. Appreciate every single one of you. Also need to thank Black Diamond Designs for sponsoring the Truck Series this season. And for everyone at VSPEED, Bradley, Adam, Eddie, Logan, all the other commentators and producers who make this thing go round. Big shout out to Dougie Beard for the cameras. I think they were fantastic tonight. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and with that like button as well. And if you haven't already, check out vspeedsim.com/shop for all your VSpeed merchandise needs. And hey, if you want a league to get some merchandise in there, why don't you just go ask them? We got merchandise deals that we can do there. Sell some Mystic Racing League gear potentially in the future. Wouldn't that be exciting? Here in the vspeedsim.com shop. Also check us out at vspeedsim on X. And one last time, like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a moment of the racing action that we got going on here in the future. I've been Morgan Cook. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time here on VSpeed.